Hey everybody, sorry for another video that's like this. I promise that more lighthearted content is coming very soon, but I just feel like I needed to address this, because although I did address it in another video, I don't really think I fully touched on the full scope of what's been happening. So, yeah, that's what this video is here for. So, if you have the displeasure of being on UTDR Twitter, and interact with the fandom on there, you might have at least heard about, like, the whole debate that's been surrounding the age of Flowey, who, by the way, is a canonically age-ambiguous character. And just for the record, just to make things clear, I don't care who you see Flowey as. I don't care that you see him as an adult. I don't care if you see him as a kid. I don't care if you see him as a teenager. Hell, you could even see him as a senior citizen for all I fucking care. I don't care. But what I don't find to be acceptable is that people have been getting harassed because of their headcanons that are, at the end of the day, harmless. More specifically, it's been people who headcanon Flowey as a child who have been harassing people who headcanon him as an adult, because they keep accusing the people who see him as an adult of being pedophiles. Let me say that again. People are being called pedophiles. Criminals, by the way. Pedophilia isn't just some cute online buzzword you can use to bully someone into offing themselves. This is an actual crime that people can get arrested for, that unfortunately gets ignored by police officers. But I digress. People have been getting called a criminal over a 16-bit murderous and soulless plant. As a victim of grooming, as someone who was taken advantage of when they were 15 by a man who was in his 20s, this is disgusting. This is abhorrent, and this is not something that should be happening. Because, and I'm not the only victim who has seen this abhorrent behavior. Recently, 2 people who headcanon Flowey as an adult have permanently left due to harassment and being called a pedophile over a fucking fictional plant. And one of them was a confirmed survivor of child sexual abuse. I don't think I need to explain why it's fucked up that someone who was a victim of pedophilia is being called a pedophile over a fictional plant that, number 1, doesn't need a fucking lawyer, and number 2, doesn't have a canon age. You can scream to the highest rooftop in the world saying, "Oh, Flowey's a child. He's a child, guys. Toby Fox told me he's a kid." He doesn't have a canon age, and it's never been confirmed by Toby. The only evidence we have of Flowey having a possible age is Toby referring to Hyperdeath Azrael as an adult. And it's been explicitly confirmed by him and even joked by him. You know, people who call Azrael hot, an angel grows its wings, an angel of death. That was pretty funny. But, yeah. Again, I don't care what you see him as. Teenager, kid, grandpa. I think it's disgusting and abhorrent that people have not only been getting harassed, but being called pedophiles despite being a victim of that, despite having to go through that in real life. I can't imagine what that poor person had gone through, only to be compared to their abuser years later, all because of a fictional flower. This harassment keeps getting worse, and people who say that both sides are wrong aren't seeing the full picture. I have not seen a single person who headcanoned Flowey as an adult harass absolutely anyone calling them a pedophile. And it's baffling to think that people are saying, well, both sides are wrong. No. This is, in fact, a one-sided harassment, and it needs to stop. Thank you for listening. I'll have more lighter content on the way. I'm tired, and so are my friends.